Everyone. Today we are going to discuss a data analyst project on Madrid real estate market. So I'll show you the data set first. So here we have list of various establishments in Madrid, their location, the square meter built, square meter useful, number of rooms, number of bathrooms, and various other qualitative features as well, like what is the neighborhood, whether it's for sale or for rent, uh, what is the buy price, what is the rent price, things like that. And then we have features such as when the it was built, whether it has heating, whether it has centralized heating or individual heating, pets allowed or not. This row is actually blank, so we're going to later on remove it in Power BI. And then we have whether it has AC or not, wardrobes, exterior, how what is the exterior, interior, garden, terrace, balcony, various features are given. So we're going to do an analysis based on the questions in our file. So the first question is data transformation and cleanup. Identify and remove the duplicated listings in the dataset. How do you use the Power Query to manage the duplicates and keep only the most recent listings based on the ID? So I've done this analysis. I'll first show you how I've done it. So basically, you'll first go to Power Query, and then one of the ways is to count the total duplicates. Here I've count the total more duplicates for various establishments, and then remove the duplicates which for which the ID is highest. Here we have the ID. If the ID is highest, considering the highest ID is the most recent ID. So based on that, also you can do it. But the way I have done this is the most simple one. So what you do is initially here I've got a list of uh, activities that I've already performed on the Power Query. So basically I have capitalized each word. So some cases when you'll see, you will have P somewhere capital, P somewhere smaller. And similarly for other things also you can have C capital, C small. So what I've done is I've first capitalized each word and then I've removed the errors as well. Now suppose basically there are some functions which are already inbuilt in the Power Query, and you can use this to first remove errors and to make the dataset a little bit comprehensive, and later on you can do your manual work. So basically in this case what I did was, if you and then also I have trimmed it, like suppose you have spaces afterwards after this text. If you have spaces, then it will consider both of these separately. So I've also trimmed it, cleaned the text, and then I've sorted rows. So if you just sort the rows and then you remove duplicates, the thing is Power Query does not do it automatically. It may remove the first one which it comes across, and it's not necessary that it will remove the latest one. So what I have done is I have just used a table buffer. So basically all the sorting is kind of put it inside a buffer. That means you come here if you want to remove the duplicates. You are not going to do it automatically. And then after considering the ID and this, both the tables together, I have clicked on right. Sorry, I have clicked here, remove rows, and then remove duplicates. By doing this, you can ensure that only the highest value is removed, since I have kept all the sorting in a buffer. And then you just go to close and apply, and it will load it into Power BI. And then later on also you can remove all the columns which you are not required for the analysis, like are pets allowed, or some other things like is kitchen equipped, is furnished. So basically these columns are almost empty, so I've removed those as well. Yeah, so let's go to the next question. Next question is Price analysis based on property features. Create a report that analyzes how different features such as having a pool or garden or being a new development is has the effect of the average property price. Which features correlates most strongly with the highest prices. So what I've done here is, this is the one. So in this case I have created a go to model, new parameter, and I've added a slicer based on fields. So here's my features. It's a parameter that I have created. That means if I change the parameter, like it has balcony or not, if it has pool or not, the value will affect has lift or not, has garden or not, and based on that the value keeps on changing, and it will give you the analysis based on the result that the value that you select here. So here I've linked every chart. If you go and click to anyone, I have added detail features to the details. So basically this whole thing is linked to each and every visualization that I've created on this page, and based on the value that I select here, the value comes out to be uh, based on the features that I select here. So here you can see that if I go to this value, if anything has a garden, if any establishment has a garden and it has a balcony as well, then the value is very high, approximately 1.76 million. And if you go to other so I'll just zoom it based on the value. Yeah. So if you go to other features, like if it has a and if it is in the new development or has balcony, here has balcony is false, has balcony is true. When it has a balcony, the value kind of increases. It is only 4.57 lakhs here, but once you go to this place, when it has balcony, it is 7.02 lakhs on an average buying price. Later on also, here we have for garden, the thing that I concluded was, if you have the garden and balcony in a particular establishment, the price is maximum in this case. It is approximately 17 lakhs 59,600, which is very high. So yeah, that is for the maximum average price if your establishment has balcony as well as has garden. If you has a suppose if I have parking as well. Now if I have parking, the average buying price for balcony and parking, it comes out to be approximately 10 lakhs, and if I go here it is approximately 16 lakhs. Here it is 13 lakhs, has garden and has balcony. So yeah, this is how I have done this analysis. And you cannot establish a correlation based on fields, right? Here we have fields. You have to have numerical parameters. If I give 0 and 1 to all of these values and then add up and create a scatter plot and then try to get a correlation between these two, it will not at all be clear. So you have to check individually whether both of these are right, for which we get the highest price. For the next question, so in this case I've concluded that the highest price is for garden as well as um, uh, balcony combined. Here if you don't have balcony but you have a garden, the price is 15 lakhs. But if you have garden as well as balcony, the price is 17 lakhs. Let's go to the next question. So the next question is market segmentation for is investment opportunities. For creating average price here, I've also used DAX formulas. So you can look at the data pane here. In the data pane, I have created a lot of measures. So if you click on any measure, here I have average buying price of houses of Madrid, and then average rent also we have the same thing, average price built per area, and then count duplicates. That was for the duplicates question, but that is very tiresome, so I went for the first one itself, using the buffer and then removing duplicates in the Power Query. Yeah, here I was checking if the count of duplicates is greater than 1. Then we have yes or no. Then we'll get another table. And then if the value is yes, and then the ID is maximum, then we'll keep that row, and else we'll remove. And then here we have the total listings. So these are some of the measures that I've created. For creating a measure, you just have to right click on the data pane and then select new measure, and you can use DAX to write uh, your measure here. We don't need for now, so I'm just going to remove it. For the next question, we have market segmentation. So market segmentation, they are saying uh, categorize on the basis of house type ID. For each category, calculate the average square meter price, and identify the top 5 lucrative investment based on square meter built and loan interest rate. There's nothing such as known loan interest rate in our data set, so it might be an error here. But yeah, on the basis of square meter built, we have to categorize our thing based on the average square meter price and square meter built. So in this case, what I've done is I've created a funnel chart. So basically, we have got type of house. So for type of house, you can go to the model view and then look at our houses in Madrid. What I've done is here I've created a column called type of house based on the first space. So basically, if you look at this title, before the first space, whatever is there is the type of house present in the yeah, in our data set. The second thing also is here you can see, yeah, house type 1, which is the ID that I've given to this pesos, and then later on you can see what type of house we have. So we only have 5 types of houses here, which is pesos, duplex, casa or chalet, atticos, and blank. I checked what are the blanks, but it had a lot of data, so I didn't remove it. So there could be some general purpose housings for which they have not they have not specified what kind of house is that. So it's not good to remove such a huge amount of data set. So I'm keeping all these data sets, 353 filtered rows out of 338 filtered rows out of 10,353. So I'm just going to keep everything, and I've done the analysis here. So I have calculated average price per meter in this measure, buy price per area. Based on buy price per area, I have calculated the average price of per area built, and then I've used a filter here, which is a filter based on top n on average square meter built, which was the question. Average square meter built and the average square meter price. So the value I've calculated the average square meter average price per square meter, and then the filtering is on the basis of square meter built. So here once you go to this visualization, and once you click here, you can sort the access based on average of square per meter built, and you can see that this is the maximum based on square meter built, and then this one. But on an average, the square meter built by the type of house and the average price is Atticos. Atticos has the highest value based on the average price of square meter built. And if you want to look into greater details, like if you want to select any of these duplex or the pesos or Atticos, you get the top 5 investments opportunities in each category here. So this is just a table. You can create a matrix here, and you suppose if I go to this visualization and I want to see what is the uh, uh, features that I've added here. So I've added title and I've added the average buying price. So you can get the average buying price for those top 5 lucrative investments in each area. Here also you can use filters on the basis of average buying price, and you get the values. So this is how I did my third question. Segmentation, DAX, conditional matrix, and top end filtering. Interactive dashboard creation. So we have to have some filters, which is region based, exterior based, has pool, or is new development. And if I go to dashboard, I've created this dashboard which says the total listing, average buying price, average price per square meter. I'll just squish it a bit and then zoom it. Yeah. So basically we have these three overall metrics, and then I've also created this average built up area per region and based on the average buying price. So here are some of the listings on region based listing. So basically once you go to the view here, you can isolate the region because this address, the address that we have here, the street name, and we have raw address. So in the raw address, sorry, here title, so the last two values or last values here are actually the region mentioned. So here I've created a column by extracting those values. So you get the region based analysis. So in this case I have mentioned the region as well as the value here, the total built up area in square meters, and the coloring shows the average price that they have, average buying price. Here also we have top 10 regions in a tree map, and it mentions the total listing as well as the average price. Here we have average price by certificate type. So when you go to your data model or your data, here we have the energy certificates. In this growing world, we actually are focusing a lot on energy, like renewable energy. So basically, there are a lot of certificates that they provide, and then there are three other values where we have either under process or property exempted or not indicated. Okay, so certificate, yeah, this is the energy certificate thing, and we have added it to our. So most of the values, average price is highest for C type, and then it is for A type. Then later on it keeps on decreasing up to G. And then here we have region. Now suppose if I want to get a region, suppose region wise analysis, you can filter it out, you can select all, and then whether it is exterior or not, if it is true or not, you can select both of them. pool is there or not. So if I just remove pool, it gives the listing of all the values which have pool. So now this region LVSO has 4.4k listings, 4.4k built up area in square meters, and the value is a bit low because the high value is towards 4.71 billion, which is blue in color. So this region is a bit expensive, but the total built up area in this region is very low. Similarly, you can look at any segmentation and see whether it is a new development. If it is true, it will show here that okay, fine, this region has a lot of new developments, and plus the value is also good enough. The average price per building is good. So yeah, this was the analysis that I did, and hope you enjoyed it. Let's look at the question paper again. We have solved all the questions or discussed all the questions. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.